So, if you watched or read the news today, yesterday, last week, this year, then it's not news to you that the media always finds new ways to accuse Israel for something. You know, they always need to make Israel the focus of some accusation. So basically now they're accusing Israel of targeting an Al Jazeera journalist, Hossam Shabat, in a strike in Gaza. And there's a lot to unpack here. So we're back at Hanania Reacts. Again, I compiled some really interesting videos that I think we all should watch together. And I wanted to, without further ado, let's just begin, because there's a lot to talk about today. I wanted to watch together with you this press conference with Tammy Bruce, the spokesperson for the U.S. Department of State. This is I guess let's just see together.
The Israelis have killed two more journalists, Hossam Shabat of Al Jazeera Mubasher, Mohammed Mansour of Palestine Today. That brings the number to 208. Each one was individually targeted. The IDF says they used extensive intelligence gathering and precise munitions. Shabat killed in his car, Mansour in his house. The Committee to Protect Journalists has once again noted that the deliberate targeted killing of journalists is a war crime. Do you have any comment?
I would say that every single thing that's happening is a result of Hamas and its choices to drag that region down into a level of suffering that has been excruciating and has caused innumerable deaths. And of course, their reaction on October 7th.
I gotta say, I love her reaction. She's spot on, brilliant, right to the point.
There was a ceasefire, and people were living in some relative peace. They decided to break that with an atrocity that was just certainly the most Jews killed in a single framework than during the Holocaust. And we also, I can tell you, we stand by Israel and its needs as it defends itself through this period of time, as we also work with them so that they don't need to defend themselves from the barbarity of an entity that has destroyed lives for generations and continues to. So for everyone so many people who do so many jobs and who've lived different lives, and the children and the babies who didn't have a chance to seek their fortunes or their life dreams because of the barbarity of certain people who think that murder is the only way to move through life.
Is it a war crime?
And I will tell. I'm.
I just have to say, she is doing a brilliant job. But guys, quickly before we continue, do you notice any difference in this background? You know what? Let me help you. There is this. Look at that. The Ark of the Covenant. I mean, obviously it's not the real deal. It's a model, and it's just incredible. If you want to get one of those, then go to the israel-store.com. It's a new arrival, limited stock. I think it's just an incredible reminder of the power of God and the promises of God. You know, wherever the Israelites went, the presence of God was carried in this ark. So it's really incredible. The israel-store.com. Shop Israel. Bless Israel. Let's actually talk about this journalist. Al Jazeera journalist Hossam Shabat sounds very innocent. I mean, also, the fact that you have the surname Shabat at the end, just kidding. But when they say journalists, is this what they're talking about? Because if that's what they're talking about, so we have a whole different perception of what a journalist is. Now, the IDF did release, I think this graphic is from last year, a list of at least 6 Al Jazeera journalists that happen to be terrorists. Okay, so I don't care if he's doing part-time with Al Jazeera, part-time with Hamas. That does not make him a journalist, even if he's wearing a vest that says press, a blue helmet that says press. That does not change the fact that he was a Hamas terrorist, Hamas journalist. I don't know, call it whatever you want, but I am gonna back this with information in just a second. But I just wanted, first of all, to talk about how ridiculous it is, because they're always quick to post these heartbreaking pictures, and obviously they will ignore these pictures. But the IDF released this interesting piece of information about Hossam Shabat that, according to documents that they retrieved, the documents say that Hossam Shabat was a sniper in Company 1 of the Beit Hanun battalion in Hamas. So he was an active combatant, definitely not civilian, and definitely not journalist. Last time I checked, when a journalist does not need to go through Hamas's terrorist military training. Certainly not to become a sniper. You don't need to be a sniper to do your journalism, right? But of course, it's so easy for them to ignore the facts and just talk about what they want to talk about. But this is actually what the world should be talking about. That Hamas is hiding, embedding itself also in journalists, hiring journalists to be their spies, but then also they launch attacks acting as journalists. So Israel does not care what does the media say. We care about the truth, about the intelligence. On top of that, I do have to say that, under the laws of armed conflict, I wrote it down so I will not forget it. If someone is a combatant, even if they wear civilian clothes or a press badge, they are a legitimate military target. So Israel struck a terrorist, not a journalist. And that's under the laws of armed conflict. Let's put aside the fact that Hamas has embedded itself in civilian neighborhoods and that it was launching rockets from civilian neighborhoods. If they want to talk about international law and war crimes, there you go. Look at this document that was retrieved by the IDF. Anyways, enough with that. Let's move on to the next videos that I saw. So I looked on TikTok for viral videos in the past week, in the past month from Gaza, usually negative about, quite negative about Israel. Let's take a watch, right? Because it was viral. It got like 500,000 likes or something. So, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because look, hear me out. If you want to make videos all you want, but they're implying that their lives are in danger. They're implying and saying that there is a genocide taking place in Gaza right now. I'm just saying, if my life was in danger, if I was under attack, genocidal attack, the last thing I would do, okay, is grab my smartphone, using the last battery percentage that I have to film a TikTok video, put the phone so it's facing me, the right angle. The last thing I would do is write captions, pick dramatic sad music, and pick a filter and post it. Okay? If my life was in danger, I would run away, and I would most certainly not do that and start wearing some kafia and sit on a couch like Yahya Sinwar. Okay, so these videos they show the truth. Sure, there is destruction in Gaza, and by all means, I feel for innocent civilians that are caught up in the middle of this. But it is a fact that on October 7th, people were in the streets chanting and supporting and celebrating what Hamas did. So look, when we see these kind of videos of them trying to gain sympathy by showing I don't know what, it's not really doing it for me. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? I mean, maybe they're convincing people. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. There's this video that I saw. on Al Jazeera. I don't really know the context. It looks like she stormed some I don't know, debate, some conference or something, and started to yell. Let's see what she has to say.
Don't have a microphone. You have a microphone. So don't, because no one is giving us the stage. And shame on you that you speak about human rights as a woman and about female rights while mothers in Gaza are being murdered in cold blood. Children, babies, and I just told you that they're babies in incubators, left alone. How dare you speak about human rights? How dare you speak about women's rights? And then sit here and then try to invalidate me because I am shocked.
I was sorry. I have to say something. You know what? Let's give her the respect to at least finish the lies, right?
That I don't make a point, ma'am. I think I make a point and I make more sense than you will ever do.
First of all, the arrogance, right? It's, I know better than you. I will make a point so much smarter and more brilliant than you are. It's like, so if you don't respect them, why do you expect them to want to listen to you and respect you in return? But you know, she mentioned the babies are left in incubators and that Israel is targeting them. Actually, there is a incriminating documentation by the Israeli army of what they saw when they entered a hospital in Gaza. I just have to show you this. Let's watch this together. So it says here, uncovering weaponry and equipment inside a hospital. So here you can see that what they are finding in this innocent hospital. It's just insane when they're saying, you know, leaving babies in incubators. Hamas left guns in the incubators. The incubators didn't have rooms for babies because they were filled with Hamas's weapons. Look at that. There's this other picture. Look, that's the Israeli army delivering incubators into the Gaza Strip. So this picture was released a month after the massacre. I know many armies, many countries. I don't know how many armies would send incubators, send medical equipment into Gaza from Israel into Gaza a month after 1,200 of our people were massacred, and as thousands of rockets were launched into our country. So this is the spirit of Israel. They keep on hating us. They keep on attacking us. But at the end of the day, the truth wins. No matter how they try to distort the facts and lie to people, you know, truth is destined to win. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. As the truth is under attack, we have to stick together, united, stronger for the truth.